side-by-side photos of royal outfits that were recreated on the crown. While Princess Elizabeth, Claire Foy, waits for her engagement to be approved, she wears a mauve long-sleeve dress with bow details. The dress depicted in the Crown's very first episode is a recreation of the dress Princess Elizabeth wore to announce her engagement to Prince Philip in 1947. In real life, the arms were shorter and the fabric was a few shades lighter. Not everything about Princess Elizabeth's wedding dress was the same. Her ivory satin gown had slightly different embroidery on the show, and her lace-trimmed neckline was replaced with encrusted pearls, sequins, and diamonds. But don't think the show took the recreation of the iconic dress lightly. It took 7 weeks to make and cost about $37,000. Queen Elizabeth's solo tour of Kenya was a huge milestone for the young royal. For her arrival in Nairobi, Elizabeth wore a brown polka dot dress with a peplum waist. The show recreated the look exactly, down to the white handbag she carried. The sudden death of her father, the king, occurred while Princess Elizabeth was on royal tour. The show depicts the sorrowing scene of her return with precision, from her pearl necklace to the diamond floral brooch on her lapel. During the mourning period of King George, Princess Elizabeth, Princess Margaret, and their mother were seen in black long-sleeve mid-length dresses and thin black veils. The crown didn't stray from tradition for Queen Elizabeth's coronation. "We created all the dresses, the robes, the anointment gown, and it was just a huge task," costume designer Michelle Clapton told Vanity Fair. "We had a workroom with 5 or 6 people creating the principal's costumes, and then various workrooms creating elements for the other dresses, embroidered pieces, just endless pieces." For Prince Philip's coronation robe, the show continued to stay true to reality. Matt Smith donned a heavy red velvet and fur-trimmed robe, and the director captured the same angle that was shot in the real-life footage. The crown delivers on some serious royal glamour moments. In Season 1, Claire Foy wore a sparkling gown and fur stole that is reminiscent of an outfit worn by Queen Elizabeth to a premiere in 1954. For a moment as historic as the Queen's first televised Christmas speech, the crown replicated her gold lame tea dress. The identical frock even featured cap sleeves and a knotted bodice like the original. While both the crown and the Queen's royal portrait dresses were elegant and regal, there were quite a few differences. Both were adorned with the monarch's sash and medals, but the show's lace design was much softer than Queen Elizabeth's satin embroidered gown. In Season 2, viewers see Princess Margaret posing for famous photographer Cecil Beaton in an off-the-shoulder tulle ball gown, embroidered with sequin butterflies. The recreation of the dress is impressive. However, the photo was taken in 1944, not in 1959 as the show's timeline suggests. Princess Margaret's Norman Hartwell wedding dress was recreated almost to a T. Costume designer Jane Petrie said the dress was made in a rush in 1 week without even so much as a fitting in a 2019 interview. During the build-up to Princess Margaret's wedding, one could have missed the nearly identical recreation of Queen Elizabeth's dress. The monarch is only shown briefly in her cerulean belted dress, which featured a lace bodice and taffeta full skirt. The Queen Mother's wedding day outfit was drastically different. Actress Victoria Hamilton wore a brocade jacket with mink fur trimmings and a matching fur cap, but in real life the mother of the bride wore an off-white beaded gown with a white fur jacket and hat. The show's costume designer, Janie Petrie, told Vanity Fair, "More often we take the spirit of what's real and adapt it for the scene, working closely with the show's royal advisor, Major David Rankin Hunt, who was on set all day to answer any questions about royal style and etiquette." When the Kennedys visited Buckingham Palace in 1961, the royals welcomed them with a stylish reception. Queen Elizabeth donned a blue ruffled chiffon ball gown with velvet finishes and diamond and sapphire jewelry, which the show recreated nearly identically. So much of the allure of Jackie Kennedy was wrapped up in her fashion choices, so her costume design for her Season 2 appearance was extremely important. The show opted to stray from the sleeveless taffeta column gown the First Lady wore in 1961, but kept with a similar vibe and long white gloves. Season 2 featured Queen Elizabeth's royal visit to Ghana in 1961. The trip was important for the monarch, as it was used to secure relations with the Commonwealth nation. The series stuck to Queen Elizabeth's scalloped lace sheath dress for the historic scene. Queen Elizabeth donned a sleeveless satin ball gown with a two-toned cape when she danced with Ghana's President Kwame Nkrumah on royal tour. The show recreated the outfit almost seam by seam, minus the clunky purse she was holding while she danced in real life. In Season 2, the Queen invites Jackie Kennedy to lunch at Windsor Castle. For the show, the First Lady wore in a grey suit set and a pillbox cap, which seemed to have been inspired by a real outfit Jackie wore to visit the Queen for lunch in 1962. The monarch was thrown into a crisis when the tragic disaster happened in Aberfan in 1966. When Queen Elizabeth visited the town, she wore a burnt orange coat dress, trimmed with mink fur and a mink cap, both on the show and in real life. Prince Charles donned traditional garb for his Prince of Wales investiture in Carnarvon, Wales in 1969. His fur shawl and crown were carefully recreated in Season 3. The Queen Mother looked bright and cheerful at Prince Charles's investiture ceremony. The series decided to dress actress Marion Bailey in almost the exact same lime green lace suit and fur hat. The public began to take note of Princess Anne's style in the early 70s, including her investiture look. The young royal's blue coat dress, diamond brooch, and pillbox hat were recreated for actress Erin Doherty in Season 3. No one could ever forget Queen Elizabeth's outfit for Prince Charles's investiture. The monarch wore a helmet-shaped fascinator, embellished with pearls and rhinestones. She paired the unusual topper with a matching pale yellow jacket, as did the show. The royal family had a complicated relationship with the Duke of Windsor, but when he passed away in 1972, he was buried on the grounds of the Windsor estate. Queen Elizabeth wore a simple black coat dress, diamond ribbon brooch, and fascinator for the funeral in real life and in Season 3. Prince Charles is known for his love of polo, so naturally the crown had to depict him playing the sport. The show closely replicated his uniform, even keeping the prince's jersey number the same. Season 4 dives into the Prime Minister term of Margaret Thatcher. One of the most important moments in the season. Thatcher's burgundy suit, which she wore in her historic cabinet portrait. When Princess Diana was first thrown into the public eye, she had a very distinct sense of style. The future royal loved cardigans and high collars. The show replicated an outfit worn by Lady Diana Spencer before she was engaged to the Prince of Wales perfectly, right down to the thin black ribbon around her neck. The colorful Fair Isle sweater Princess Diana wore over a white turtleneck was known as the Balmoral sweater, after she was photographed on the grounds of the Scottish estate with her then-fiancé, Prince Charles, wearing it. It's no surprise the show recreated the iconic pink sweater for Season 4. Diana wore pale yellow dungarees with a floral button-down when she reconnected with Prince Charles on the show. In real life, Diana wore a very similar look, but it was after she and Charles were already an item. Of course, the crown couldn't depict the "whatever love means" scene without Diana's blue engagement outfit, from the patent leather clutch to the printed bow blouse. We wonder if they got it from Harrods department store, like the princess did back in 1981. In a pivotal scene, just days before their wedding, the crown depicts Prince Charles and Diana at their rehearsal in St. Paul's Cathedral. Actress Emma Corrin wore an almost identical floral frock to what Princess Diana wore to her rehearsal in 1981. When it comes to royal weddings, every royal family member's outfit is memorable. That could be why the show went into painstaking detail to replicate the look Princess Anne wore to her brother's nuptials, from the orange netted fascinator to the ruffled sleeves. Viewers only get a quick glimpse of the Queen Mother's look for the royal wedding in 1981, but the show expertly recreated her mint green chiffon dress, brooch, and pearl necklace. From the peach color to the diamond brooch pinned to her draped neck dress, the wardrobe department nailed the replication of Princess Margaret's outfit at her nephew's royal wedding. The Netflix show stayed true to form when dressing Prince Charles for his nuptials. The prince donned full military dress in his naval commander uniform for the big day, along with several important medals, including the Queen's Coronation Medal. Princess Diana's iconic taffeta wedding dress, with its 25-foot train and 153-yard tulle veil, was recreated for Season 4. The costume designers kept it as similar to the original as possible. The Emanuels, who designed the original, gave us the patterns, and then it was made for me, actress Emma Corrin, who plays Princess Diana, told British Vogue. Although this outfit isn't an exact replicate, the show clearly drew inspiration from a ruffled high-collar shirt Princess Diana wore on a visit to Tetbury, England during her engagement. The princess wore a very similar style throughout her first few years as a royal. The lace Peter Pan collar seen on Princess Diana in Season 4 is eerily similar to the neckline on a velvet dress she wore in November 1981. The look was super trendy at the time. In Season 4, we see Princess Diana in a button-down high-neck tartan dress, while attending princess lessons with her grandmother. The ensemble wasn't far off from what Diana wore in real life shortly after her wedding at the Braemar Games in Scotland. While posing for photographers during her royal tour of Australia and New Zealand, actress Emma Corrin donned a dress similar to one Princess Diana wore in real life a few years prior to the tour. The show opted for flashier accessories for the look. Queen Elizabeth dressed in her ceremonial uniform to ride in the Trooping of the Colour ceremony every year until 1986. While playing the monarch, Olivia Colman saddled up in a metal-adorned military jacket to film the annual ceremony. It was unprecedented when Princess Diana brought a baby Prince William on royal tour in 1983. For the significant moment on the crown, the actor who played William wore the exact same white onesie and knit hat as he did in real life. The royal couple looked fashionable on a visit to Australia's Ayers Rock in 1983, both in real life and on the show. The photo on the right was widely circulated, and as such the Crown sought to replicate Diana's white belted sundress and Prince Charles's tan button-down suit exactly. Another memorable moment from the couple's Australian royal tour was their photo op with Prince William. The show placed actress Emma Corrin in a polka-dot silk dress with an oversized bib collar, just like Princess Diana wore in real life. In Season 4, we're not only introduced to Princess Diana, but also a 6-month-old Prince William. In one scene, the show recreated the tan bubble bottoms and smock shirt he wore on the royal tour in 1983. Through the crowds of well-wishers in Sydney, Australia, Princess Diana could be spotted in a bright pink dress and fascinator. The Crown opted for a similar outfit when depicting the princess interacting with people during a walkabout. While surrounded by men in speedos on a royal tour of Australia, both actress Emma Corrin and Princess Diana looked demure in a perfectly replicated pale yellow mid-length smock dress. Princess Diana's visit to New Zealand carried a great deal of political weight, so her sartorial choices while meeting Prime Minister Bob Hawke were hugely important. The Crown recreated the blue belted suit dress Princess Diana wore for her visit, right down to the bow detail on her belt. The Crown did a phenomenal job making Princess Diana's iconic teal ruffled ball gown, from the lame details to the wide silver belt. Except the princess wore the daring frock during a state visit in Canada, not in Australia as the show suggests. Princess Diana was a country girl at heart, so it's no surprise that she had a number of Barber wax jackets in her closet. The Crown depicts Diana suited up in the posh English outwear that she wore in 1985 on a visit to the Western Isles. By far the most important accessory to get right is the iconic Spencer tiara. Princess Diana wore her family heirloom on the day of her wedding and continued to wear it at events thereafter. The Crown has Diana wearing it on several occasions in Season 4 and recreated the design precisely. Princess Diana was revered for her accessible, down-to-earth style. The Crown couldn't resist teasing fans with actress Emma Corrin wearing one of her most iconic looks, pink gingham pants and a hot pink sweat. As a mother on the go, Princess Diana often favored boxier silhouettes, such as a pleated skirt and drop-waist sweater. The show took note of her style choices, resulting in this look actress Emma Corrin wore when Princess Diana leaves for Australia. In 1988, Princess Diana stunned in a white and gold brocade ball gown and matching bolero jacket. The dress was originally designed by Victor Edelstein and was shown at the end of Season 4. It's likely the show's wardrobe team was inspired by Princess Diana's black and red ruched taffeta evening gown for the floral one-shoulder dress seen in Season 4. Both gowns feature full skirts and drop waists. Queen Elizabeth's off-duty look is about as predictable as it comes, but important to get right. The Crown managed to recreate her raincoat, headscarf, and plaid skirt look flawlessly in Season 4, even including the Queen's trusted binoculars. Although Princess Diana's bubblegum pink suit is only visible from the waist up on the show, it's quite similar to the Catherine Walker outfit the princess worn in Kuwait in 1989. Right down to the oversized pearl earrings. In addition to her sapphire and diamond engagement ring, Princess Diana had a myriad of go-to accessories. The Crown paid homage to one of her favorites, a gold wrist watch, in Season 4. Over the decades, Princess Anne's style has remained timeless and consistent. Actress Erin Doherty donning a brown tweed blazer and silk-printed scarf in Season 4, which was very similar to what the princess wore to the Cheltenham races in 1997. Once again, Season 5 of The Crown perfectly recreated Queen Elizabeth's casual headscarf, long jacket, and loose skirt. She's worn a variety of takes on the same outfit over the years, which actress Imelda Staunton brings to life on screen. It's clear from the hat alone that the Crown's wardrobe department drew inspiration from the Moschino suit and Philip Somerville hat Princess Diana wore on an official visit to Canada. The royal frequently wore bold colors and plaid in real life. For Prince William's first day at Eton College, Princess Diana wore a blue blazer with chrome buttons and a black shirt underneath. The outfit was replicated in Season 5 and worn by actress Elizabeth Debicki. From Lady Di's drop pearl earrings to her halter neckline, this look, which the princess wore to a Vanity Fair dinner at London's Serpentine Gallery, is one of her most memorable. Naturally, the Crown had to bring it to life for the show. Out of all the bright colors Princess Diana wore, many of her most iconic looks featured red. Time after time, she stood out in the crowd in a red dress, hat, or, in this case, coat. Just a few months before her tragic death, Princess Diana made a stop in Washington, D.C. to work with the American Red Cross. She arrived in this lilac suit with pearl accessories, an outfit Season 5 imitates in a seriously impressive way. Besides the white brim on the hat, this green outfit Queen Elizabeth wore to a 1999 service at Bristol Cathedral is nearly identical to Imelda Staunton's look in Season 5. Even the smallest details, from her dainty pearl earrings to her brooch, match.